Now we have joining us tonight Dr. Oluwole Adeyemi, the acting head of Department of Economics, Chrisland University from Abeokuta, Ogun State. He joins us live from Abeokuta to speak on the economic impact of Nigerian losses following the hunger protest. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We recently witnessed an upsurge in the protest that is going on starting yesterday about the Nigerian populace expression of disregard for what the term bad governance.
Okay, all right. Now, speaking about the protesters, some of them have deviated from the original hardship protest by looting goods belonging to individual state and federal governments during the day, one of the end hunger or hardship protests. So, what would you say would be the economic impact of this?
Well, we have a lot of economic impacts about this ongoing strike, depending on the intensity, the location, and the time frame and the city it involves. We have both the property damage, which is under the direct economic cost. We also have indirect costs, we have social costs, we have opportunity costs of what is going on presently. Under these property damages, we have a lot of things that have been damages, which will require government to put them back to place, which will also affect the growth and development of Nigeria. Then there are business disruption. Many people are unable to go to their businesses, which will affect sales, and which at the end of the day will also affect our gross domestic product. Then public services and a lot of other things have been affected. And under that, we also have the economic recessions, which is ongoing all over and globally. Then this also will also affect the financial marketing and also the tourism and hospitality sector of the economy, which invariably will affect the growth and the development of the economy on the long run. Aside from that, we see that this ongoing strike have led to low productivity, because many people that ought to have been in their place of work to produce or to do work, they are unable to do that. Then we have disrupt of supply chains. Many people that want to bring their wares and goods from farm to the locality or from one point to the other were disrupted, and they were unable to bring those goods to, which will also lead to this untold hardship that we are also crying about. If goods were produced in the farms and were unable to get to the market, then what are we talking about? This hunger continue. Rather than embarking on nonsensical strike as it were, although it is their legal right, but it should be sensible rather than looting and disrupting business activity. What's it called? This if it is to be a peaceful protest, as obtainable in some sinner climes globally, it could have been a better. Some other people that would not want to join the protest will go about their normal business, and that will also encourage growth and productivity. Infrastructural damages, a lot of these things that were damaged. I saw from Kano that even drainages and roads were being damaged. It is this taxpayers' money that is still going to be used to put them back. Then security costs, the cost of all those security men that were brought to, arms and ammunition and all those things that we wasted, will still need to be replaced, and that will also affect the growth of the economy. And we have loss of revenue in many ways. Weekly or daily, it is estimated that about 1.5 trillion naira to 2.5 trillion naira will be wasted on daily basis. And while on weekly basis, it's estimated that it will run to close to 10 trillion naira to 17 trillion naira. So what a huge loss will it be to our gross domestic product and the gross, the growth rate of the economy on the long run. And when we want to estimate the long run, or perhaps a monthly damage or monthly loss financially, compared to past records that we have had when it happened in the time past. So we should be talking about 42 trillion naira to between 42 to 50 trillion naira loss to the economy, which will seriously affect the economy of Nigeria on the long run. So it's better at this point that maybe government should listen to people, and people also should come to their senses rather than damaging what government has put to place, And at the end of the day, it will be the taxpayers' money that will be used to rectify those things.
So your estimate, it sounds like a whole lot of money for Nigeria to use. So do you think protesting to make government aware of economic problems present in Nigeria while disregarding these repercussions, which looting and vandalism will bring, would you say the protest, after all, is still worth it?
Well, at this point and with the direction at which the protection is going, it doesn't worth it any longer. It has deviated from its original plan, and that is the fear from all corners when this protest of routine started, when the campaign for it started. Anything in Nigeria will always go the other way around. It's a mystery. So it doesn't worth it any longer.
Okay, all right. And finally, before I let you go, since the main objective of the protest is ending hunger as soon as possible, what advice would you give government to achieve this?
Well, I would want to advise government at this point in time to listen to the voice of the people. Indeed, Nigerians are not happy and there is hunger in the land. People are hungry. So whatever the government can do within its capacity to reduce hunger will be much desirable. If it's possible, although it may not be, that the subsidy is reversed. But there are other things that government can do on a short run, maybe to reduce this subsidy for a while. And then to open the borders to allow food comes in on the control way, and then maybe open most of these our silos and all those things where food are being kept, so that people will have access to food. It's a general saying that an hungry man is an angry man. People are hungry and they are angry on a daily basis. Even most of us that are workers and salary earner, a salary cannot take anybody home. It cannot even take you to the bus stop. So the government should listen to the plight of the people, come up with some other palliative things that can help, to alleviate the suffering of the people. Most of the palliative, whatever that the government said they were doing, most of it were even hoarded by the political elite.
Okay, all right.
Class.
Thank you so much for your time, but sadly I have to cut you short because we do not have that much time on our side. Many thanks for being with us on the news.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
And that's Dr. Oluwole Jacob Adeyemi, acting head of Department of Economics, Christian University. He joined us live from Abeokuta.